I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. At a Senate Armed Services Committee hearing last week, Senator Rick Scott questioned General Christopher Cavoli on deterring Russia and China. The Florida Republican said that President Biden didn't do all he could to deter Putin because, quote, he clearly invaded. Take a listen to the general's response.
Great. Thank you, General. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Peters. Senator Scott, please.
Thank you, Chair Reed. General, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service.
Hello, Senator.
Thank you for the visit we had. We talked, I visited just recently. I went to Europe and visited with American troops in Germany and Lithuania. I went to Germany, Poland, and Lithuania. Clearly, I was impressed with what our troops are willing to do, and also from what the conversation I had, I was impressed with our Eastern European allies, what they're going. They clearly see the threat, and it's important to them. They're clear they need our support. They can't do this on their own. There's no nation like the United States. There's no military that's like ours. So I think it's clear that the security of not only Europe but the security interests of our country is that we've got to stop these tyrants like Xi and Putin and others from trying to control the world. It doesn't appear that the Biden administration did everything they could because Putin to deter Putin because he clearly invaded. It seems like we did the same thing. Obama did the same thing back in 2014, and so it's put us in a tough position. Also, it doesn't appear that we're doing enough to deter Communist China because they're continuing to do threats against Taiwan. And if none of us want to send men and women to fight, but we're going to end up that way if we don't stop these guys. So in your professional judgment, given your many years of military service, do you believe the U.S. can deter enemy regimes like Russia and China and Iran if we don't demonstrate even greater military capabilities and a very united political will?
Senator, I believe that all instruments of national power are necessary parts of deterrence, of an integrated deterrence posture. That includes the military, it includes the diplomatic, the informational, the economic. And I agree that political will is a necessary thing to demonstrate in order to achieve deterrence.
What does the European Command need more to try to deter Putin, make sure he doesn't win in Ukraine, and also he doesn't ever invade a NATO ally?
Yes, sir. So I think the first thing and the most important thing that the European Command needs to continue to deter is continued unity of the alliance, continued political will of the alliance, which we're seeing in abundance right now. We need to keep that going. I think that's the first step. The second step is we need the continued support of the armed services to provide us with the capabilities that we need. So those are the two things I think we have there.
Do you think it makes sense to reposition some of our troops further to the east rather than have so much of it concentrated in Germany?
Sir, as you know, in response to this crisis, we have done exactly that. The alliance has repositioned 4 battle groups forward into southeastern Europe, and many nations have bilaterally reinforced their forces. For example, we have reinforced Latvia. The UK has reinforced their battle groups in Estonia. The Germans have reinforced their battle group in Lithuania. And the U.S. has added additional forces into Eastern Europe as well. So I think that's exactly what we have done in response to this crisis, sir.
Even with Sweden and Finland not being part of NATO, do we have a good working relationship with their military?
Sir, we have very good working relationships with their military. We work very closely with the Swedish military on specific technical things, but also in general on exercises. With the Finnish Army, I think I just brought 2 Stryker troops back from Finland, and a parachute battalion is on its way to Finland on routine exercise later this summer. Yes, sir. I think they'll be very easy to integrate.
What would you like to see in addition to what our European allies are doing in Europe to help Ukraine? Anything that they should be doing that they're not doing today?
Sir, I think we should keep doing what we're doing today as we talk more and more with our Ukrainian colleagues, we get the opportunity to understand better and better what it is they need and how they plan to use it. And so I think I think we're moving in the right direction. I think the question of what happens on the far end to Ukraine after the conflict concludes, however it will conclude, I think is going to be a very important question for Europe as well as for our country.
Thanks for your service.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Scott. Senator Rosen, when she gets settled, will have the floor.